Do you guys want to learn how to make some paper mache Halloween decor? Stay tuned. Hello. I just got back from an estate sale me and Alex went to this morning, and we got these little pumpkin like jack-o'-lantern things, and I want to try to do that paper mache to make them look like vintage pumpkins. So I've never done this before. I know the first step is ripping up a bunch of paper, and I also got these at an estate sale because I don't have newspaper, but I like the look of it and I did a collage with them. But I have a lot left over, so I'm going to start ripping up some paper into smaller pieces, and then I'll make the paste and I will show you guys the process. When you rip up the paper, make sure you have a variety of sizes. So I have made my flour and water and salt paste, and I have a little bowl of paper. So I put one of my pumpkin guys away because I really like how these ones look just as they are. And this one I think I'm gonna try first because I don't like how he looks as much as I do this one. And then Alex is gonna run to the store and get a few things, and I asked for him to get me some balloons. So we're gonna try two different ways. But I'm about ready to start on this little guy, and we'll start paper macheing him. I think using smaller pieces makes them lay better, and you just kind of overlap them a little bit, and it works out pretty well once you get the hang of how to place them down and the right consistency of the, you don't want it dripping when you dip it in the thing. You want it just a little damp. Speeding this up because it's a little bit boring, but I got to layering these little pieces of paper onto it, and the first layer is like a little bit tricky until you get going a little bit, and then you can overlap it and it sticks better. It's just because the surface of this is kind of shiny and glossy, it slid around, but I really enjoyed this. It does get your fingers a little messy, but I think it looks really cute. And I did like 2 layers of paper mache, but you have to wait 24 hours for it to dry in between. So I did this layer, and then I waited till the next day to do the other layer, and then I ended up sealing it with Modge Podge, but I did just paper mache layers. I did a couple different ways because I have like 4 different ones that I'm making. So I did 2 paper mache ones. This one that I'm working on in the video right now with the pumpkin in the middle. And then I did one that was paper and Modge Podge, no of the flour and water mix, the regular paper mache mix. I just did Modge Podge. And all of these options did work. Cool thing about this one having a handle is I can have it just hanging up to dry, so it can all dry. How big of one? Big one? I think this size. Unfortunately, I have to wait like a day for the paper mache to dry, so I might as well work on multiple. And it's basically the same process if you do it with a balloon, so I sped this up too. But I do like this, you can control the size of the balloon, which I do like that a lot. It is the next day, and I can apply another layer now because they are dry. My balloon in this one has shrunk. I did 4, so I have that one, This one I tried to use Modge Podge and it dried a lot faster, but they still said to wait 24 hours for it to cure. But it feels pretty solid. I'm still gonna add another layer. Just figured I'd try it with the Modge Podge. So I got those two. I got the little bucket one that I can add another layer to. And then I got this one. So I have 4 total. Most of them are the paper mache style. One Modge Podge because I wanted to try something. And I figured I might as well make a bunch of them while I'm making this. It's kind of messy and it sticks to your fingers. But it's time for a second layer. So I'm using dryer lint. You could probably also use like crumpled up paper to make like the facial features. So I'm working on the eyebrows. I got this one covered up and I'm working on this one. And I just put it in the mix, roll it up to the shape I want, and then cover it with paper. I didn't do this step with all of them. I just decided it might be fun to do on this one and see how it works. I might add some to the other ones later. And there's a lot of different materials you can use. You don't have to use dryer lint. It's just free in what I had. Decided to make one of them a cat, so I'm marking where I want the ears and then I'm gonna hot glue them down. This is the only time I used hot glue in this project, and then after you're done hot gluing them and they're where you want, you can just Modge, well, I'm Modge Podging because this is my Modge Podge one, but you can also paper mache over it just to cover it up a little bit and blend it into the rest of it. Good morning, it's the next day. I'm just gonna add some handles to these guys, so I'm gonna poke a hole through it using, well, I might use scissors to poke the hole and then put this 20 gauge wire through it. Whatever wire you have will probably be good. I would say 20 gauge or thicker for like this type size project is probably what I would use. These actually worked quite well to poke the hole in the paper mache ones. Alrighty, game plan. Paint that one because it has the plastic in it and I feel like it's strong enough. I think I'm going to do either another layer of mache on this or a Modge Podge layer. Same with this one. This one definitely, I think I'm going to do the Modge Podge. These both were paper mache only, and I just want to try one of them with Modge Podge. I think it's going to be this one. And then this is the completely Modge Podge one, and I think what I'm going to do, because this one's pretty sturdy, it feels pretty sturdy, is I might start painting that one too. Scrap cardboard, scissors, And this is gonna be for something so your thing sits flat. So I have my little cardboard. Cat's doing something. And then I'm just kinda, this is with Modge Podge, you could do it with Mache, getting long strips and just kinda going over them to hold it down. You could also hot glue it, but I think this works as well. Dip it in your Modge Podge or your Paper Mache. Go this way. Put a little bit over it to hold it down. And then just keep on going till it's covered. That's so cute. It's time to paint him. I'm just gonna do a black base layer for now and then work on the facial details after it dries. My focus face doesn't look too happy, but I will say the cat was probably my favorite process of all of these. I really enjoyed making the cat, and I will probably make more in the future. I did the dryer lint method again to add some face. I wanted to give him a good nose because after painting I was like, this isn't structured enough. I want some more details. I also had a slight eyebrow, but you can barely see it. But yeah, I think this is good. And I'll have to repaint it, but I was gonna do that anyway. Just like the paper mache part of this project, for painting you'll want to do multiple layers to get it fully covered and looking nice. And definitely use the handles for drying so they dry all the way throughout. So these are actually, that one's rather terrifying, but I think the other ones turned out really cute. They were fun to make. I will say that. I think next time I'm gonna try with a paper mache clay. Just give it another try to get the texture a bit better than the traditional. But I really like the cat. I think the cat's my favorite. I also really like this guy. And then, I don't know what possessed me to make the teeth like that for that one, but I did it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this and get some inspiration to make some Halloween crafts yourself this year. I think they make really cute little decorations. Like right now I have them in this windowsill. I'm probably gonna move them, but I thought this would be a nice way to show them all off. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you and have a great day.